Hello, loves, and welcome to a very fine 9th edition of Bryan Symon's Blues and Crumpets with your host, me, Bryan Symon. Now, today on Blues and Crumpets, we've taken over, under, sideways, but never down view of the most important cultural phenomenon of the 20th century, or maybe even all time. We're talking about the British invasion. Now, before the Beatles even crossed the pond in 1964, you all went balmy for the lovely clarinet stylings of Mr. Acker Bilk. And of course, there was the sexy Scottish secret agent, Mr. James Bond 007. And who could ever forget our dreamy nanny, the superfragilistic-expialidocious Mary Poppins. Well, and it wasn't just our groovy movies and music that lit up your dull little lives, now was it? It was our gear fashions. I mean, just think about this. When the Brits came to invade America, it was to show you slobs you didn't have to dress like that anymore. All the birds started to take a look at the grody boyfriends in their corduroy jackets and their crew cuts and their chino pants and those penny loafers, and they went, ew, why can't you even dress like Bryan Symon? Come on, or at least his brother, his smashing brother, Warwick. I mean, there's a dedicated follower of fashion for you. Now, all the gear girls just loved the now sounds of the Rolling Stones, the Yardbirds, and the Animals. But I think that the lads were all a tad jealous of our long hair and trendy tops, weren't they? I mean, just think about it. When that song by Randy Newman, short people got no reason to live. That's what he sings, if you can call it singing. I mean, what's he mean by that? Insulting Rod Stewart and Keith Richards and little Mark Bolan that way. Sure, they're tiny, but after the war, there was malnutrition. Everyone was, there was rationing. You couldn't just stuff your fat faces anytime you wanted with the cheeseburgers and
pudding,
pepperoni pizza and milkshakes and bowls of chalky pudding whenever the mood struck. We were bloody starving. That's why we all looked so good in those, mini skirts and tight trousers and velvet frocks and everything. Well, here I am today, coming to you live on the streets of Los Angeles, and as Randy Newman once sang, I love LA. It's another perfect day. Hey, blimey, it's Randy Newman. Hey, Randy, what do you mean by writing that nasty little song about Sir Mick and Elton?
I'm guilty, and I'll be guilty for the rest of my life.
That's all you gotta say for yourself, is it?
I just want you to hurt like I do.
Well, there you go. Human kindness is overflowing. Happy ending. Be sure to stop down on the Sunset Strip and check out the new location of 8 Mile Eye Crumpet Company. And I'll see you next week when I interview the singing mailman of Manchester, Mr. Freddie Garrity, who started that crippling dance craze a few years ago called Do the Freddie. Do the Freddie, right? Okay, that's enough.